But look, I don't appreciate Zelensky coming to this country and telling the American taxpayers what they ought to do. He ought to say thank you to the American taxpayers.
Bill Maher knows that Kamala Harris is toast. And we're going to get into that. You got to watch this to the very end. I've got a clip at the end. It's going to change the way you vote. It's going to change the way that your friends vote. You'll want to share this video. This is probably one of the most powerful pictures that I've ever seen. If the people stand, the game is over. That's a monopoly board on the backs of all of the blue-collar workers here in the United States. And you got a bunch of rich dudes. They look like government people playing the game. And you're being played on a daily basis. The Democrat Party, the Republican Party, Mike Johnson, I'm talking to you, are all playing a game with you, your family, your livelihoods, and your income. Let's get right into this. Over the last 3.5 years, under Kamala Harris, car insurance up 55%, hotels up 50%, gas 46%, fuel oil to heat your house, it's about to get cold, 44%, transportation's up 30%, electricity's up 30%, baby food up 30%, baby oil is up 30%, rent's up 23%, groceries up 20%, airfare up 21%. What has dropped in cost? What has went down in price, right? Nothing. We've got people at McDonald's making $28 an hour. We got people at Subway making $40 an hour, okay? I don't know about you, but I quit tipping. Anywhere I stand up to order food, I don't tip. If I'm standing to order, I don't tip. Maybe that makes me a bad human being. Sue me. On this channel, I'm an expert on my opinion. Let's jump right in. Watch this to the end. Here we've got Bill Maher, and Bill Maher did the wrong thing. He touched the wrong rail. He went after the crypto bros. Now, most of them are much smarter than I am about crypto. I know very little about it. A friend of mine said, hey, buy some of this. I did, right? That's basically what I know about crypto. I don't even know how it's made, but these people are very pissed off. Bill Maher knows he's toast. His days are numbered. The Democrat Party's days are numbered. Stand by.
Here's the other big secret about crypto that nobody talks about. This bugs me so much. We just had Bjorn talking about the environment. All the progress that we're making with green energy is being sucked away by crypto. Crypto uses 8% of total electricity. They're data centers, they're mining, this nonsense of finding a number. I can't even go through the whole thing. It's so ridiculous what crypto really is.
That's why it's, of course, this is like Trump's final business just before the election. Of course he'd end up in crypto. It's a grifter's paradise.
It's a comparable to putting 15.7 million additional gas-powered cars on the road. So as we take them off to go to electric, crypto eats it all up and goes the other way.
When we measure CO2 out here, we're in the green. There are very low levels of CO2, 455 parts per million of CO2. This is the largest Bitcoin mining facility in the United States. Outside, we were at 455 parts per million of CO2. Inside, we're at 428 parts per million of CO2. So
that's the biggest takeaway. Bill Maher's lying. Make sure you stay away from Bitcoin. Wait until you hear about how much energy the existing financial system is using. Wow, what a throwback. Did you wake up this morning and think it was 2021? Look at this. Okay, Bill Maher gets ratioed by the crypto bros. Absolutely epic. That's takedown number one. Other big breaking news coming out today. This guy's missing.
Lover boy Nathan Wade is missing. The House Judiciary Committee, which is investigating Georgia DA Fani Willis, needs Wade to testify at a hearing tomorrow on their love affair. But no one can find the guy. They're trying to serve him, but he's flown the coop, and now the U.S. Marshals are in a manhunt to track him down. Have they checked the condo?
Where the hell is Nathan Wade? And what does he know that could affect the current White House regime? Did the White House coordinate with any of these indictments, allegations, investigations against Donald Trump down in Georgia? Only time will tell, but it's not looking good. When the federal marshals are looking for a lawyer, something bad is happening. Something behind the scenes is occurring. This is too funny. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer prosecutor. Fani Willis, your days are coming. This is absolutely amazing to watch. If any of you know where Nathan Wade is, number one, safety and security. We want to make sure that he's safe, and then we want to turn him into the law enforcement. That's what we want to do. If you see him out and about, turn him in.
What Zelensky said, and can you detail how a Trump-Vance administration would end the war in Ukraine?
Well, look, the details for how Donald Trump is going to end the war in Ukraine is by not being weak and not being dumb, which is unfortunately something you can't say for the current administration. It's very simple.
J.D. Vance just called the current administration weak and dumb. Can any of you disprove that? And isn't it pleasant? Isn't it refreshing to see a vice presidential candidate take actual questions during a rally, during a town hall? J.D. Vance, Marine, Semper Fi, taking actual questions about the war in Ukraine. And what he says here should invigorate all of you. It should give you hope for the Trump-Vance White House.
Russia didn't invade a single one of their neighbors for the 4 years that Donald Trump was president. And on the president before him and the president after him, somehow Russia keeps on invading their neighbors. It's because they don't respect American leadership and because our leaders aren't smart. So what Donald Trump brings back is not just strength, but intelligence to the Oval Office. And I think that's really all you need to end this war. Because, look, it is not in America's interest. It's not in Ukraine's interest. It's not in Europe's interest for this war to go on indefinitely. Now, you said that Zelensky criticized something I said. First of all, that's not a plan. That's me talking about one possible scenario for how this thing might ultimately end. But look, I don't appreciate Zelensky coming to this country and telling the American taxpayers what they ought to do. He ought to say thank you to the American taxpayers.
Wow. What a great comment. What a great comment by J.D. Vance. He ought to say thank you to the American taxpayer.
Well, guys, I was going to vote for Trump. And then I saw that the IRS union endorsed Kamala. That really pushed me over the edge. And now I think I'm going to side with the people that robbed me blind and vote for Kamala. These idiots. Why did they even post this? They should have thrown this so far under the rug. Yeah, vote for the people that the tax collectors are voting for, bro. No thanks.
Just when you thought...
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
that things couldn't get any crazier. Kamala Harris has been championing herself by being endorsed by the IRS. Also, Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney. Who knows who's going to come out of the woodworks next? Maybe Osama bin Laden's son? Vladimir Putin's already endorsed her. Who is next on the list to endorse Kamala Harris? Hillary Clinton. She's already thrown her endorsement back there. We need another Benghazi, right? That's what we're planning for. But the Democrat Party, I don't think they can get out of their own way fast enough. And just when you thought they couldn't get any dumber,